There is a truth that keeps many cardiologists in the United States awake at night. A large number of heart failure cases we see in the operating room do not begin with blocked coronary arteries or uncontrolled blood pressure. They begin in the bathroom medicine cabinet. They begin with a pain reliever that seems harmless, with a stomach pill taken every morning, with a cold medicine picked up quickly at the pharmacy without a prescription. These medications have been used for many years, labeled as safe, and because of that, almost no one ever questions them. But here is the critical point that very few people over the age of 60 are told directly. Medication itself is not bad. The real danger lies in the widespread belief that if a drug is commonly sold or prescribed by a doctor, it must be suitable for every age, every body, and every stage of life. After 60, your body changes. Your kidneys filter more slowly. Your liver processes medications differently. Your blood vessels lose elasticity. Your heart is working in a completely different environment than it did when you were 40 or 50. And at that point, the very same pill that once helped you feel better can quietly become a burden on your heart. In clinical practice, we see the same pattern again and again. Patients do everything right. They take their medications faithfully. They attend follow-up visits on time. They eat reasonably well. And yet, the heart slowly grows weaker. At night, lying down, they feel their heartbeat more clearly. By the end of the day, the ankles swell slightly. Climbing just a few steps leaves them short of breath. Most people tell themselves this is simply aging. But very often, the real culprit is hidden within that familiar list of daily medications. This video is not meant to create fear. I am not asking you to stop any medication. I want you to understand what you are taking, why certain drugs become more dangerous after 60, and how to protect your heart without sacrificing quality of life. If this is your first time watching this content, follow along so you do not miss health analysis created specifically for older adults. And now, let us begin with the most important question. Which common medications are being underestimated for cardiovascular risk after age 60? Type 6. Herbal products and heart-boosting supplements of unclear origin. Many people over 60 believe that if a product is labeled natural, herbal, or heart-supportive, it must be safer than prescription medication. In real-world cardiology, this is one of the most dangerous beliefs. The reason is simple. The aging heart does not respond the same way it once did, and hidden stimulants inside these products can push the heart into overload without you realizing it. In the clinic, I often meet patients who say they are not taking any heart medication at all, but when we ask more carefully, they are using energy-boosting supplements, herbal teas for alertness, or products advertised to improve circulation. Many of these contain high doses of caffeine, ginseng extracts, yohimbine, or other stimulants that activate the sympathetic nervous system. In younger people, the heart may tolerate this, but in adults over 60, these substances can increase heart rate, cause blood pressure swings, and significantly raise the risk of abnormal heart rhythms. The danger is made worse by the fact that these products are not regulated as strictly as prescription drugs. The amount of active ingredients may vary from batch to batch. Users do not know exactly how much stimulant they are consuming each day. When combined with blood pressure medications, heart drugs, or stomach medications, the impact on the heart can be amplified. Many hospital admissions for rapid heartbeat, dizziness, or chest discomfort in older adults trace back to products they believed were harmless. A warning sign that is often ignored is an unusually fast heartbeat after taking supplements, feelings of restlessness, trouble sleeping at night, or unexplained blood pressure fluctuations. Many people assume this is stress or aging. In reality, it may be the heart reacting to an inappropriate stimulant load. The most important thing to remember is this: natural does not mean safe. After 60, anything that affects heart rate, blood pressure, or the nervous system must be considered carefully. If you are taking any supplements or herbal products, write down their names and bring them to your doctor visits. This simple step can play a crucial role in protecting your heart from hidden risks. Type 5. Non-steroidal anti-inflammatory pain relievers and the hidden burden on the heart. Many people over 60 do not consider pain relievers to be dangerous medication. Back pain leads to one pill. Knee pain leads to a few more days of use. A headache sends them straight to the familiar bottle in the cabinet. These medications are so common that we forget they directly affect the cardiovascular system. In clinical reality, They are among the drugs that most frequently overload the aging heart. Non-steroidal anti-inflammatory medications work by blocking inflammation pathways in the body. This reduces pain quickly. At the same time, they change how the kidneys handle salt and water. The body begins to retain more fluid. Blood volume increases. In a young heart with elastic blood vessels, this change may be compensated for. But in an older heart that is stiffened with age, every extra bit of fluid becomes an added burden. A common result is a gradual rise in blood pressure that goes unnoticed. Some people have taken blood pressure medication successfully for years, but after a few weeks of frequent pain reliever use, their readings begin to fluctuate. Home measurements creep higher. Clinic measurements become unpredictable. Many patients end up with increased blood pressure medication doses without anyone realizing the true cause lies in the daily pain pill. These drugs can also constrict blood vessels, forcing the heart to pump against tighter resistance. It is like asking an old pump to push water through a narrower pipe. The heart works harder, consumes more energy, and becomes more vulnerable to failure over time. Another overlooked risk is the interaction with low-dose aspirin. Many people over 60 take aspirin to protect the heart. Some pain relievers can interfere with that protective effect if taken incorrectly. Patients believe they are doing everything right, while the benefit is quietly canceled out. The key message is not to ban pain relievers completely. It is about how they are used. After 60, the safest approach is the lowest effective dose for the shortest possible time. If pain persists, discuss alternatives with your doctor instead of maintaining daily use. Your heart was not designed to carry extra hidden pressure for months or years. Type 4. Proton pump inhibitor stomach medications and the risk of heart rhythm disturbances. There is a pill many people over 60 take every morning with complete peace of mind. No pain, no discomfort, no obvious symptoms. And it is precisely this smooth experience that allows risk to go unnoticed for years. Proton pump inhibitor stomach medications, commonly used for reflux, gastritis, or stomach protection, are a clear example. The problem is not short-term use. These medications are designed for treatment courses lasting weeks. In reality, many older adults take them continuously for months or even years without reassessment. That is when the effects on the heart begin to emerge quietly. These drugs dramatically reduce stomach acid. Acid is not only for digestion, it plays a key role in mineral absorption, especially magnesium. Magnesium is essential for maintaining a stable heart rhythm. When magnesium levels slowly decline without detection, the heart's electrical system becomes more sensitive and irregular rhythms become more likely. I have seen patients come in with palpitations, irregular heartbeat, or nighttime dizziness. Heart tests show rhythm disturbances. Further evaluation reveals no new heart disease. The cause is long-term magnesium deficiency from years of stomach medication use. The stomach feels fine, but the heart pays the price. These medications can also reduce the effectiveness of certain heart drugs. Patients believe they are protected, while the protection slowly weakens. This is why cardiology has become increasingly cautious with long-term stomach medication use in older adults. The solution is not to stop suddenly, which can worsen reflux. If you have taken these medications for months or years, ask your doctor whether they are still necessary, whether the dose can be reduced or spaced out, and whether mineral levels should be monitored. A short conversation can prevent years of silent heart rhythm problems. Drug interactions, the most silent destroyer of the heart. There is a truth that many cardiologists are forced to admit. It is often not a single medication that pushes the heart of someone over 60 to its limits. It is the combination of medications. After this age, very few people take only one drug. Blood pressure medication in the morning, a stomach pill before meals, a sleep aid at night, a pain reliever when the knees ache. Sometimes a vitamin or an herbal product is added on top. Each pill has a reason, but together they can create a burden the heart cannot adapt to in time. In medicine, we call this the use of multiple medications at the same time. In older adults, the liver and kidneys process drugs more slowly. Medication levels stay in the bloodstream longer. When drugs that affect blood pressure, heart rate, or the electrical system of the heart are taken together, their effects can add up or cancel each other out in unpredictable ways. Some people take their blood pressure medication exactly as prescribed, yet their readings still rise. not because the medication stopped working, but because another pill quietly interfered with its effect. One very common example is taking anti-inflammatory pain relievers together with blood pressure medication. The pain reliever causes the body to retain salt and water, making it harder for blood pressure drugs to control pressure inside the blood vessels. Or stomach medications used long-term can lead to mineral deficiencies, making the heart more prone to rhythm problems when combined with heart drugs. There have been hospital admissions for dizziness, fainting, or serious rhythm disturbances where no medication was new. The real issue was that no one had reviewed the full medication list all at once. What makes this even more concerning is that many people over 60 see multiple doctors. Each doctor prescribes one part, but no one sees the full picture, and in that gap, the heart pays the price. Warning signs are often vague: feeling more tired than usual, dizziness when standing up, irregular heartbeats at night. Most of these are quickly blamed on aging. The simplest way to protect yourself is to always bring a complete list of everything you take, including over-the-counter medications and supplements, to every medical appointment. That one small habit can help your doctor identify dangerous interactions before your heart is forced to pay a much higher price. Type 3. Cold and decongestant medications and blood pressure shocks after 60. A very common mistake among people over 60 is underestimating cold symptoms. They assume it is minor and buy a familiar cold medicine without consulting a doctor. Yet, this group of medications is responsible for many unexpected cardiac hospitalizations. Many oral cold and decongestant products contain powerful vasoconstrictors. They relieve congestion by narrowing blood vessels in the nasal passages. The problem is that this effect occurs throughout the body. Blood vessels tighten, forcing the heart to pump against higher pressure. In younger adults, the body adjusts. In older adults, especially those with hypertension or hidden heart disease, this can exceed the heart's tolerance. I have seen patients who took cold medicine for just a few days and experienced sudden blood pressure spikes, rapid heartbeat, and severe dizziness. Some felt their heart pounding while lying down. Tests show no heart attack. The cause is the over-the-counter cold pill. These medications can temporarily override blood pressure control, even in people who take their medication faithfully. Because they are sold freely, many do not read the warnings carefully. They can also stimulate the heart, triggering dangerous rhythms in people with even mild underlying rhythm issues. After 60, the safest approach is to avoid oral decongestants. Safer options include saline nasal sprays, humidifiers, or targeted treatments recommended by a doctor. Do not trade a few hours of easier breathing for an unplanned cardiac emergency. Type 2. Tricyclic antidepressants and the risk of heart rhythm disorders. There is a painful paradox in treating older adults. Medications intended to improve mood, reduce nerve pain, or promote sleep can place the heart at risk if the wrong type is chosen. Tricyclic antidepressants are a classic example. These drugs were widely used for decades and are effective for depression and chronic nerve pain. In older adults, however, their effects on the cardiovascular and autonomic nervous systems are pronounced. One common effect is a drop in blood pressure when standing, leading to dizziness, blackouts, and loss of balance. Many falls and fractures begin with this moment. They also increase resting heart rate, preventing the heart from truly resting. Over time, this constant demand can weaken an aging heart, especially in those with existing heart disease or hypertension. Most concerning is their effect on the heart's electrical conduction system. They can disrupt electrical signals, increasing the risk of dangerous arrhythmias. In rare but serious cases, this can lead to sudden cardiac death. Today, safer alternatives exist for older adults. Not all antidepressants pose heart risks. The issue is that many people remain on older medications for years without reassessment, particularly when used for nerve pain rather than depression. If you or a loved one over 60 is taking medication for mood, sleep, or nerve pain, it is essential to discuss heart safety with your doctor. Do not stop on your own. But do not assume a long-used medication is automatically safe for today. Understanding your medications today can help prevent cardiac events tomorrow. Type 1. Calcium supplements and the risk of vascular calcification. For years, the message to adults over 60 has been simple. To protect bones, take calcium. Out of fear of osteoporosis, many people supplement daily without reassessment. What is rarely explained is that dietary calcium and supplement calcium behave differently in the body, especially for the heart. Calcium from food is absorbed gradually, allowing the body to regulate and distribute it properly. Calcium from high-dose supplements can cause rapid spikes in blood calcium levels. In younger adults, regulation is efficient. After 60, this process slows. Excess calcium must go somewhere. Cardiologists worry about calcium depositing in artery walls. Over time, vessels stiffen and lose elasticity. The heart must pump harder to move blood through hardened arteries. This contributes to hypertension, atherosclerosis, and heart attack risk. Calcium from food sources such as dairy, leafy greens, and legumes does not show the same cardiovascular risk. The concern centers on high-dose supplements used long-term without clear indication. Not everyone will experience complications, but risk increases in those with heart disease, kidney disease, or multiple medications. This does not mean all calcium supplements are harmful. In severe osteoporosis, fracture risk may outweigh heart risk. The key is individualized decision-making. After 60, a safer strategy often emphasizes dietary calcium, appropriate activity, and supplements only when clearly indicated by a physician. One pill a day may support bones, but if used incorrectly, it can quietly harden the arteries that feed your heart. Early warning signs that your heart is being overloaded by medications. Many people over the age of 60 only discover a heart problem after they have already been admitted to the hospital. But in reality, the heart rarely weakens suddenly. It almost always sends warnings first. The problem is that these signals are often mistaken for normal aging, everyday fatigue, or acceptable side effects of medication. One of the earliest warning signs is unusual fatigue. This is not the kind of tiredness that comes from hard physical work. It is feeling exhausted, even during very light daily activities. Walking a short distance feels more difficult than before. Climbing just a few steps requires you to stop and catch your breath. Many people assume this is simply muscle weakness from aging. But in many cases, it is a sign that the heart is being forced to pump blood under higher pressure, because certain medications cause fluid retention or blood vessel tightening. Another common early sign is mild swelling around the ankles or feet by the end of the day. In the morning, your legs may look normal. By late afternoon or evening, shoes feel tighter, and socks leave clear marks on the skin. This is a classic sign that the heart has been working harder all day to handle excess fluid. Pain relievers, inappropriate heart medications, or harmful drug interactions can all contribute to this problem. Many people also notice their heartbeat more clearly when lying down at night. In the quiet, the heart may feel heavy, stronger than usual, or slightly irregular. Some wake up during the night with a mild sense of palpitations that they cannot explain. This is often a sign that the heart is reacting to electrolyte imbalance or stimulant effects from medications. Another warning that is frequently overlooked is dizziness when standing up. You rise from a chair or bed and feel lightheaded, with a brief darkening of vision for a few seconds. Many assume this is just low blood pressure, but in people taking multiple medications, this can be the result of an unhealthy combination of heart drugs, blood pressure medications, and nervous system drugs. What makes these signs especially dangerous is that they rarely cause severe pain. They appear slowly, they feel familiar, and because of that, many people live with them for months. By the time symptoms become obvious, the heart has already been under prolonged strain. If you are over 60 and notice these changes after starting a new medication, or after using familiar medications for a longer time, that is the moment to review your entire medication list. Not to stop anything on your own, but to protect your heart before it is forced to pay a much higher price. How adults over 60 can protect their heart while using medications. After understanding which groups of medications may place extra strain on the heart, the most important question becomes this: what can you do to protect yourself? The answer is not fear, and it is not refusing treatment. The answer is becoming more aware and more proactive about what you put into your body every single day. The first principle is this: never stop a medication on your own. Suddenly stopping heart medications, blood pressure drugs, antidepressants, or stomach medicines can trigger dangerous rebound effects that are far more harmful than the side effects you may be worried about. Any change must always be guided by a doctor. The second principle is to always keep a complete list of everything you take. This includes prescription drugs, over-the-counter medications, vitamins, supplements, and herbal products. Bring this list with you to every medical appointment, even routine checkups. This is the simplest and most effective way for a doctor to identify dangerous drug interactions before your heart pays the price. The third principle is learning to listen to small signals from your body. If you start feeling more tired than usual, notice swelling in your legs, experience irregular heartbeats, feel dizzy when standing up, or see blood pressure fluctuations after starting a new medication, do not assume this is just normal aging. These changes deserve careful evaluation. Another critical step is not being afraid to ask questions. When a new medication is prescribed, ask about its purpose, how long it should be used, and which warning signs you should watch for. Ask whether there are options that may be safer for the heart at your age. A short conversation can help you avoid risks that might otherwise build up over many years. Finally, remember this. Your heart has worked non-stop for decades. At this stage of life, it does not need more medications. It needs better decisions. Understanding your medications, using them correctly, and communicating at the right time is the smartest way to protect your heart in the years ahead. Do not let a familiar pill decide the future of your heart. After everything we have just discussed, there is one message I want you to remember clearly. Medications are not the enemy. But when medication is used for the wrong person, at the wrong time, or in the wrong way, it can quietly become a burden on the heart of someone over 60. Many serious heart events do not begin with severe pain. They begin with small changes that are ignored for months or even years. You do not need to panic, and you should never stop any medication on your own. What you need is awareness and initiative. Know exactly what you are taking. Bring a complete list of your medications to every medical visit. Ask questions whenever a new pill is added to your prescription. That single habit can help your doctor protect your heart far more effectively. If this video has helped you see familiar medications from a different perspective, please share it with your family and friends, especially those over the age of 60. One timely conversation can prevent a major health crisis. And if this is your first time watching this channel, follow us to continue receiving clear, practical health guidance, created specifically for older adults. Your heart has worked hard for you your entire life. Now it is time to protect it in a smarter way.